Hello, hello, hello. I hope you are doing great. So, let's start talking a little bit about gifts. Gifts, not in giving gifts, but in receiving gifts. If you are a little bit like me, then maybe you prefer to give a gift than to receive a gift. So, that's really something that I have had a lot of trouble with because I have a hard time receiving a gift, and I never knew why. So, because receiving a gift from somebody is accepting something from somebody else, and it can also mean, for example, not only a present, but it can also be in the form of help. And I am a entrepreneur, and I think a lot of entrepreneurs have a real difficulty in accepting help from somebody else, or in accepting a gift from somebody else. So I looked into that a time ago, and I discovered that it all has to do with letting go, with giving away a little bit of yourself. Because as an entrepreneur, often we want to do everything ourselves. When I was working in my beauty salon, I wanted to do the bookkeeping, I wanted to do the buying from the products, I wanted to do all the organization and so on. And it really cost me something at the end, because you cannot do everything yourself in your business. So if you are, for example, yesterday was my birthday, and already in the days before, I don't have a problem being in the center of the attention. That is not my problem. But when it's my birthday, then I have that problem, because I'm going to get gifts. So, for example, yesterday morning, my daughter had to work, and I know that it's a holiday, so my son is sleeping every day in for a couple of hours. So I thought, in the morning I can work a little bit, and then when my daughter is back from work, then we do all sorts of fun. And in the meantime, I'm going to my mom, and my sister would be there, and we have a little lunch. I thought we had a little sandwich or something like that. So when my daughter goes away to work, I think, oh, she maybe forgot to walk the dog. So I go downstairs to call her, and to ask if she already had walked the dog. And when I open the door, everything is decorated, and she is there, my daughter is there, the table is set with all sorts of good things. They baked waffles, so I could have waffles with all sorts of fruits on it. But not only that, when I get my presents, my son, he ordered a mug for me, a beautiful mug with pictures from our family on it. My daughter, she worked on a photo album that she worked for months on, with a holiday, with a weekend for 4 days we did a few years ago. And my husband, he bought me a present that was so, how do I say it? Attentive, is that the real word? He knows that I'm into everything that has to do with health. It interests us, and we're always talking about that, and we always take supplements, and we invest time in looking up things about health. And you know what he gave me? He gave me supplements for 6 months, but something I had never heard of. It's Q10 with PQQ, so that is to give the cells more energy. And he invested time in that to do research. What's it all about? Because I was not complaining, but I told him a little while ago that I had such a lack of energy. 2 years ago, I got up almost every morning at 4:45 in the morning. I did my workout, I did my stuff, and now I don't have that energy anymore. And I go to bed on time. I go to bed at 9. I do my meditation, and before 9:30 I sleep. So in the morning I should get up early, but I don't find the energy anymore. And he did the research, and he said to me, okay, Monique, these are the supplements for 6 months, but do your own research. And I did today. I did my own research, and in fact, the Q10 is giving your cells much more energy, and it is really good for the brain, for the liver, and so on, for all your organs. So I thought that was maybe a couple of years ago, I would have thought, what is that for a kind of a present? But now I think the research he did, he was thinking about something, and that's what I tell my children often. It doesn't matter how much something costs, and this was not something cheap, but in general, buy me a flower. It can be a little bouquet for $2. It's not the price that it costs, it's the time you put in it to think or to create or to do something for me. That is for me much more valuable, and I told them that this is much more valuable to me than if you would have bought a golden ring for me. And maybe there are ladies out there that are thinking, are you crazy, Monique? A golden ring is much better. No, for me it's a ring you can go and buy, and okay, here's the ring, and it's valuable, and it has cost a lot of money, but here he put time to investigate, to do his research, and because I told him a few weeks ago I cannot refine my energy back, he found something that is going to help me, I'm sure. And so I was so astonished how I changed in that domain, because I have difficulties when somebody offers me help to do something for me. I always think I have to do something in return. So when I went to my mom yesterday to have some lunch, and I enter, and she starts to film me, because for the surprise she had made, she had the whole table ready, and there were my sister bought me a plant, but with Italian tomatoes on it. I like to watch birds in our garden, but we don't have them a lot. So she bought me a birdhouse. There was all my favorite things that I like to eat was on the table. And again, a few years ago, I would have been, I should do this in a few weeks for her too. But now I sat back and I thought, okay, I'm here now. I'm going to savor really this, what she did for me, and what my sister did for me. Because accepting a gift or accepting help can be a control issue, or you can think it's maybe strings attached, or maybe you think it's selfish to receive something from somebody because that person maybe spent its last dollar, or maybe that person has not a lot of money but gives you a gift anyhow, and you think, oh, it's maybe selfish. But what you do in that case is, by not accepting it, or by not being so very grateful, you take the joy from them in giving it to you. So it's a two-way street. You receive it with gratitude, and you receive it with a lot of pleasure, and that gives in return the person also the pleasure of giving it to you, and that is what is so important. So if you are having difficulties in accepting a gift or accepting help, then this can be a release issue, or maybe a self-doubt issue, or an inner feeling that is telling you something, I'm not worth of this gift or of this help. So this is something that you can work on. So I did that, so I don't have that issue anymore. But if you want some help with that, then reach out to me, or say, I want some information, because I created a little booklet with 10 tips on how you can resolve these self-doubt issues, and I will send them to you, of course, for free. So reach out to me in the comments and I will send it to you. So for today, I wish you a very, very lovely day, and accept a gift. If somebody says thank you to you, or if somebody gives something to you, say thank you in return and be grateful, and you will see how this changes also the interaction with the person that